You've seen my KTM EXC-F 350 in a couple of very short videos. I haven't done a lot of stuff with it, but I thought I'd take this chance of this beautiful weather in February and have a quick look at, well, what I'm about to do on the bike. This video is kind of like the before and after section of this walk around. What I'm trying to do is show you what the bike looked like when I bought it, because I haven't really done a lot on it. I haven't ridden it very often and I haven't actually changed a lot of stuff on it. The only thing that you can see on the bike that I have changed is basically the stag pegs. Here you can see the before, or rather what the stag pegs look like before I put them on the bike. On the back you can see there's kind of spongy parts where the new stag peg mount touches the frame. And I bought the extra rubber discs, so there's 2 more discs and longer screws to add on to the single one that comes with the mount. So the bike is from 2012, it's obviously used. I bought it in summer 2016. Most of the scratches that are really visible on the exhaust or on the rear fender bit thingy there are basically my fault, because I dropped the bike so often. I've been trying to do little things. I've been trying to wheelie, obviously. I've been trying to wheelie, but not because it's cool, even though it's cool, but you know, you want to clear obstacles and stuff, and I'm quite new. So I have actually practiced on this parking lot here a lot, and I fell on my ass a bunch of times. That exhaust guard thingy I probably dented the fuck out of. I don't think the previous owner ever changed that rear tire, and I already have a new one, but I think I need to trash this one a little more. The scratches here and the scratches on the exhaust are both definitely mine. I dropped the bike once quite violently, and you can see that the kind of radiator, what is that, mount thingy is also bent the shit out of, and it had a few touches with rocks flying up. But I think it's a dirt bike, you know, you need to ride them, you don't need to name them, you don't need to friggin' polish them every day. I've been torn the whole last 6 months because I was so busy I didn't have time, and I need to kind of put that bike in that little van thingy there on the right every time I want to go somewhere. Because as you can see, the KTM is not street legal. There's no plate on it yet, and even though it can be registered, it is not registered at the moment, and that is mostly because the previous owner ripped off the indicators, which he maybe broke. There are some other things that he changed. I'm not sure that those handlebar grip guard thingies are actually original. This nice green doesn't fit at all. That's the first thing that I bought. And the indicators are basically gone. Some of the electronic stuff has been ripped out. The bike doesn't have a horn. I'm guessing it comes with a horn because it needs to have a horn in order to be street legal. So the first thing I'm actually going to do to the bike is mainly put a few things for protection on it, but I'll show you that in my apartment. And the second stage would be to make it street legal, and I'm not going to do this right away. You might wonder what the point is of making it street legal. Well, basically, even if you're in the mountains and you're driving on these forest roads, I don't know if you ever get caught, but I heard some conflicting stories of some people don't giving a shit and just doing it, and others, well, at least riding with the plate and the indicators, even though they can, you know, they can brake and stuff, but because it's Japan, we want to follow the rules. And even if you go from one forest mountain hilly thingy to the next one, there might be a kind of, you know, tarred, paved stretch of road, and it's not legal to ride on those. And I don't know how many cops are there. I've never done it, but you know, better safe than sorry. But before I go there, I want to hit the kind of motocross track more often and try to practice a bit more, and you know, even small branches. So I need to wait before I put the indicators on, I think, and mirrors and stuff. So, well, this is all to come. It's going to be a long time before I finish. I haven't even started yet. But as I mentioned before, this is the before video. Let's have a look at my apartment sofa so you can see all of this shit that is actually over there on that little trolley.